That's Hal Nunn from Hoke Media Group. Thank you for coming to Raeford, North Carolina.
Thank you, Hal. It's good to be here.
Yes, it is. Good for you to be here. Our education system in North Carolina in some areas is broken. And it's a lot of the money being spent, wasteful spending, and a lot of it at the top. Our staff, our teachers, our workers are working their tails off, but they just can't seem to get over the hump on grades, reading, writing, and math. We love parents' choice,
yes,
but we want to make education better. How are we going to do that?
Yes, sir. Well, such an important question, and we got to remember, folks, that 40 years ago, the American education system was the envy of the entire world. Whether you were rich or poor, whether you were rural or urban, we gave kids such good educations that we were leading the world in math scores, in reading scores. We had the best educated population because you know what we did? We focused on teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic, and not political BS that has no place in our children's schools. Now, you talk about spending. We actually spend more per pupil than almost any education system in the entire world, and we have to ask ourselves, what are we getting from it? We're getting 40th in reading, 41st in math. We're not giving a good education to our children, and most importantly, our kids are not going to have good opportunities in life if they start out with a bad education. So we got to say, number one, we want to give parents more choices in schools. Let parents choose where they send their schools. The money ought to follow the child around, not a broken school system if that kid is stuck in a broken school. That's principle number one. And, sir, the final thing I'll say, principle number two, is we have got to stop using the taxpayers of the people in this beautiful facility to fund political BS in our schools. I think a lot of you would be shocked if you realize that, you know, why can't our kids add 2 + 2, but they know that there are 87 genders? Why is that happening? It's happening because our tax money goes to fund bureaucrats at the Department of Education. Bureaucrats that are putting radical curricula into our schools instead of teaching our kids what they need to be successful, happy, and healthy people. We got to get back to the basics in education, and Donald Trump and I are going to fight for that every single day. Thank you, sir, for your question. We'll do one more.